Hello guys, welcome back to my channel once again here on YouTube. Thank you very much for joining me today for this awesome review I'm about to do for you for Impact Wrestling's Slammiversary 2021. And I must admit, I really did enjoy this one. I really did, guys. So before we go into the matches and everything, let's check out the disc and the cover art. So the cover art has Kenny Omega on the front there with the Impact World Championship over his shoulder. I think that's probably the AEW Championship there around his waist. Sami Callihan next to him, looking really pleased. Yep, so the Impact World Championship on the line in this one. The disc pretty much the same as the cover art. I really do like the cover art for this year's Slammiversary. I didn't mind last year's one, it was okay, but really good. I think it's because I prefer the participants in the main event for this one, which is why I like this one a bit more. Sorry, I was going to show you the spine then. So we have same again with Sami Callihan and Kenny Omega. And you can just about make out 2021 on the bottom there of the Slammiversary. So they've kept the same logo as last year, which is interesting. So on the back we had Saturday, July 17th, 2021 will forever be remembered as the night things changed in Impact Wrestling again. Slammiversary has been a cornerstone event for Impact for years, and 2021 was no different. Kenny Omega from AEW defends his Impact Wrestling World title, and so much more. Don't miss any of the action from Slammiversary 2021 now. Brilliant. And then there's a good picture you can just about make out there with Josh Alexander and Chris Bay. There are various other screenshots, but they're really hard to see because the cover art's very dark. You can probably just about make out that one with Moose and Chris Sabin there. Yeah, let's get into the matches anyway, guys. So in the extras we had it was meant to be the countdown show, but they've cut it down as an extra this time round to about 13-14 minutes long, just to have the match in. The Decay, Havoc and Rosemary versus Fire and Flavor. I'll go into that in a second, but I was going to say I do enjoy the countdowns, so I don't know why they just cut it down to just having the match. I like all the build-ups and promos and everything else that goes with those countdowns, but that's just me being fussy. But we'll get into this match now anyway. So this was for the Knockouts Tag Team Championship, and to have it on the pre-show was a bit harsh, I thought, but that didn't matter. It was still a good match anyway. I really enjoyed it. I like Decay. I think they're really good, and I give that match a 3.5 out of 5. Then we moved into the first match of the actual pay-per-view, which was an X Division match, a ladder match, for the X Division Championship. So Josh Alexander defending his championship against Ace Austin, Chris Bay, P.T. Williams, Rohit Raju, and Trey Miguel. There was a few highlights in this match. It was a very good match. A funny moment that stood out was Rohit Raju getting like a long pole to try and retrieve the championship rather than just climb up and make the effort to try and get it like that. I thought that was pretty funny. And an impressive highlight that stood out for me as well is Josh Alexander dangling upside down, holding Chris Bay in an ankle lock. That was just incredible, absolutely incredible. The match itself, brilliant stuff. Good way to open the pay-per-view. I'm going to give it a 5 out of 5. Very good match. Matt Cardona had a mystery tag partner, and as you can see there, it was Chelsea Green, and they took on Brian Myers and Tenille Dashwood in a mixed tag match, or an intergender tag match, whatever you want to call it. Chelsea Green apparently making her debut in Impact, but I'm sure she's Laurel Van Ness, isn't she? So she's been in Impact before, but that doesn't matter. The match was okay. It wasn't a bad one. I'll give it a 2.5 out of 5. Bit of generosity, I guess. It wasn't, like I say, it wasn't bad. It's just, I don't know. Anyway, moving on. W. Morrissey versus Eddie Edwards. W. Morrissey, when he stood against Eddie Edwards, wow, it's just like Big Show stood against Rey Mysterio in size difference. And it just goes to show what a big chap W. Morrissey is. Very huge. And you'd expect him to be quite dominant in this match. And Eddie Edwards surprisingly put up a good fight. And it was, I thought Eddie Edwards was going to win this, watching it. And it was W. Morrissey picked up the victory, pulled out a chain from his boot, wrapped it around his fist and used it to pick up the victory. Naughty boy. Then we had Finjuice against Madman. Oh, sorry, did I not rate that W. Morrissey versus Eddie Edwards match? I'm so sorry, guys. I'm just getting ahead of myself. Right, so that one was a 3 out of 5. Right, now Finjuice versus Madman Fulton and Shearer. Absolutely pointless match. I don't understand why they put this one on here. They could have just left this for Impact, really. Waste of time, honestly. Lucky I'm going to give it a 1 out of 5. I was thinking about giving it a 0.5 out of 5. But I'm going to give it a 1 out of 5. Absolute rubbish. I think it was only like a minute and a half long. Basically, Madman Fulton and Shearer didn't really get on as a tag team. And they came out to complain about why they had been thrown out of the X Division match. Like accompanying Austin, Ace Austin to the ring or whatever it was, to the referee, and Scott D'Amore come out and basically made this match. Waste of time though, guys. Just skip that one. Chris Sabin next against Moose. I wasn't too sure if I was going to enjoy this match or not, and surprisingly I did, and Chris Sabin done very well against Moose, another smaller guy against a bigger guy. Chris Sabin picking up the victory as well, with a shot kind of, like a roll kind of pin. Was it like a schoolboy pin from what I remember? Sorry guys, I got that wrong. But yeah, he definitely did win. Shock win against Moose. Moose, I just don't understand the way Impact booked him over the last few years. I know he's champion now, like as of today, but that I know of. But that was just really bad, booking him to lose against Chris Sabin. Nothing against Chris Sabin, but just seemed pointless. The match, I'll give it a 3 out of 5. Then we start to get to the really good stuff. So we had Impact Wrestling World Tag Team titles on the line. The Good Brothers versus Violent by Design versus Rich Swann and Willie Mack versus Falaba and No Way. And No Way is No Way Jose, formerly in WWE. So this match, very exciting. I did like it. All over the place, as you would expect with these matches that have lots of participants in. Very close falls from various teams. So I was just so much to remember with this match. A few near falls. Shockingly, well, not shockingly, nothing against the Good Brothers, because they're a good tag team, hence the name, Good Brothers. They picked up the victory by pinning Violent by Design member Rhino. I think it was Rhino anyway. I'm sorry, I forgot that wrong. I'm pretty sure it was. And I thought Rhino was going to kick out of that pin attempt, but that wasn't the case. So the Good Brothers became World Tag Team Champions. of Impact Wrestling. Then we went on to a brilliant match between Diona Perazzo against Thunderosa for the Impact Wrestling Knockouts Championship. Get rid of that bit of glare there, sorry guys. And I absolutely enjoyed that match. The Forbidden Door allows all these dream matches to happen, and to have Thunderosa appear to take on our Impact Knockouts champion was just very, very cool. Obviously, with the build up to it, I wasn't expecting it to be Thunderosa. The build up to the actual pay-per-view a few months ago, I thought it was... I can't remember who I picked now. I didn't think it was going to be Thunderosa, though. I'll have to go back and look at my predictions video because I completely forgot who I picked. Maybe it was Mickie James, I thought it was. But yeah, this match, 5 out of 5. And I got to backtrack because I made a mistake, guys. I don't think I rated the Impact World Tag Team Championship match just now before that. I give that a 4.5 out of 5. Really sorry about this today. It's just remembering the match ratings as well as I go along. Should I keep this match ratings thing, do you think, guys? Is it helpful? I don't know. Let me know in the comments below. Yes. Anyway, and then after the match with the knockouts, we had Diona Perazzo celebrating, and then Hardcore Country, Mickie James comes out and tries to congratulates Diona Perazzo, sorry, and then offers her a chance to go over to NWA Power for a women's tournament they had throughout the summer. But I think Diona was a little bit offended by Mickie interfering with her celebration, or I don't know. That's just the vibe I got from it. So basically they attacked each other. I don't know. They had a bit of a misunderstanding, a falling out. But it was good to see Mickie James back in Impact Wrestling, thanks to that Forbidden Door again. Then we moved to the main event. And wow, was it one hell of a main event. Hell yeah. Hell fucking yeah. We had Impact Wrestling World Championship on the line, Kenny Omega versus Sami Callihan. And I like both of these wrestlers going into this. So I just, I sat back and just thought to myself, let them go at it. I don't mind who wins. It'd be good to get the Impact Championship back into Impact. But at the same time, I don't mind Kenny Omega with his run as a belt collector at the moment, at that time. And Sami Callihan, not Cammy Salahan, Sami Callihan, is his finishing move called the Cactus? I think it is, something like that. He hit Kenny Omega, early on in the match, and I thought it was going to be over straight away, but no, Kenny Omega kicked out. And then we had all the weapons coming into play. We had a fork, first of all, which Callihan attempted to use on Omega, and then that wasn't going to happen, so he decided to get a pizza cutter instead and try it out, and cut open Kenny Omega's forehead. Brutal stuff. I like it. I really do, guys. Absolutely cool and gruesome. And then Kenny Omega returned the favor by using a fork on Callihan, busting him open as well, and then trying to ram it into his cheek, into his mouth and everything as well. And then he used tables and various other weapons. Lots of outside interference. But eventually, after all that, we had Kenny Omega hit the one-winged angel on Sami Callihan to retain the Impact Championship. 5 out of 5. Absolutely awesome match. I like Sami Callihan's style of matches, with his weapons and that, and to see Kenny Omega defend his championship in this manner was very, very good. Yeah, 5 out of 5 for that one. And afterwards we had Bullet Club's Jay White come out, and I thought he was going to issue a challenge to Kenny Omega for one of his championships, but no, that wasn't the case. That was just a bit of a cliffhanger that they left us with the end of the pay-per-view. Not a lot else I can report on about that. I'm sorry I made a few mistakes filming this, guys. But yeah, let me know in the comments below what you think of this pay-per-view, if you've watched it already, if you think it's good, and are you thinking of purchasing it? Let me know. Overall score, I'm going to give it a 9 out of 10. The last 3 matches, especially in the main event, absolute brilliant stuff. And it's all thanks to that Forbidden Door. Please feel free to like, subscribe if you haven't done so already, and obviously comment, and stay safe. Wear your masks, look after yourself. It's important, guys. Thank you very much. Peace.